Have you ever wondered how something as simple as masturbation can impact your physical and emotional well-being, especially as you age? In today's video, we're diving deep into the often ignored topic of sexuality in old age, breaking down myths and revealing surprising truths that affect your health and happiness. Whether you're curious about how aging changes your relationship with pleasure or how self-intimacy can actually boost your mood and even improve sleep, this video has the answers. But that's not all. We'll also explore the hidden dangers of excessive masturbation and how it can lead to emotional isolation or even harm your relationships. Stay with us until the end to discover how to find balance, enjoy a fulfilling intimate life, and learn the key to maintaining a healthy connection with your body and mind. You don't want to miss this. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. It is essential to recognize the profound impact that masturbation can have on the physical, emotional, and psychological well-being of elderly individuals who engage in this practice regularly. While society tends to shy away from discussions about sexuality in later life, it's important to dispel the misconceptions and dismantle the myths that have long surrounded this topic. The idea that pleasure in old age is irrelevant or inappropriate is not only outdated, but can lead to unnecessary shame and isolation. Today, we're going to confront these misconceptions head-on and explore how masturbation, far from being something to be hidden or avoided, can be a vital and positive force in the lives of older individuals, offering both healing and profound emotional fulfillment. This conversation is specifically aimed at mature adults, especially those who are experiencing the later stages of life and who may be grappling with complex emotions around intimacy and self-care. To begin, it's important to address the nature of masturbation itself, an act that transcends age, societal expectations, and cultural taboos. Throughout life, masturbation has the potential to generate immense physical pleasure and, perhaps even more importantly, to provide significant emotional relief. It offers a safe space for self-exploration and self-love, free from judgment or expectation. As people grow older, the body undergoes a series of inevitable changes, many of which can deeply affect their relationship with sexual pleasure. Hormonal shifts, changes in sensitivity, and physical limitations all come into play. Yet these changes do not mean the end of desire or intimacy. Far from it. Masturbation, especially in old age, can be a crucial way for individuals to maintain a deep connection with their bodies, reminding them that they are still worthy of pleasure, affection, and care. One of the most significant aspects of aging is the natural decline in testosterone and estrogen levels, which can influence the way sexual desire manifests itself. For many, the intensity of desire may diminish and the frequency of sexual urges might decrease, but that does not mean the desire disappears altogether. It simply changes in nature. Older individuals often find that their sexual experiences become more nuanced, more about self-discovery and emotional satisfaction than the purely physical drive that often accompanies youth. Masturbation, in this context, becomes an intimate act of self-care, a way to reconnect with oneself, to explore pleasure on one's terms, without the pressures that may have been present in their younger years, such as performance anxiety or societal expectations. For some, the idea of masturbation in later life might seem foreign or even uncomfortable, especially if they've been conditioned to believe that sexual pleasure is something reserved only for the young. But this is where we must challenge societal norms. Older individuals have every right to experience and explore their sexuality. Masturbation can offer an incredibly empowering experience for those in their later years. It provides a sense of autonomy and control over one's own body, a reminder that even as the body ages, it is still capable of joy, pleasure, and fulfillment. This act can help foster a renewed sense of confidence, allowing individuals to embrace their bodies, flaws, and all in a way that is loving and compassionate. Beyond the emotional and psychological empowerment that masturbation can provide, there are also numerous physical benefits associated with regular self-stimulation in old age. Medical studies have shown that masturbation helps maintain healthy blood circulation in the genital area, which is especially important as people age. Poor circulation can lead to tissue atrophy and other uncomfortable conditions, but regular stimulation keeps the blood flowing, promoting overall genital health. For older women, masturbation can help alleviate vaginal dryness, a common issue that arises due to hormonal changes during menopause. For men, it can help maintain erectile function by promoting circulation and preventing the weakening of the tissues involved. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But the physical benefits extend far beyond just the genital area. Masturbation triggers the release of endorphins, often referred to as the body's happiness hormones, which are known for their ability to reduce stress, boost mood, and create an overall sense of well-being. These hormones act as natural painkillers, which is particularly beneficial for older adults who may be dealing with chronic pain or discomfort. By releasing these hormones, masturbation can provide a natural, drug-free way to manage pain and enhance emotional health. Moreover, masturbation has a direct impact on sleep quality, something that becomes increasingly important as we age. Many older adults struggle with sleep issues, whether it's difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep throughout the night. Masturbation can help with both. The physical exertion, combined with the release of endorphins and the subsequent relaxation of the muscles, helps to promote better sleep. Many people find that masturbation is a natural sleep aid, providing a sense of relaxation and comfort that can lead to more restful nights. The emotional benefits of masturbation in old age are equally important to acknowledge. For many elderly individuals, particularly those who live alone or have lost a long-term partner, loneliness and isolation can be deeply challenging. Masturbation offers a way to reconnect with one's body, providing not only physical satisfaction but also emotional solace. It allows individuals to experience pleasure in a safe, private environment, offering a sense of comfort and self-love. For those who may feel disconnected from their bodies due to age-related changes, masturbation can serve as a reminder that their bodies are still capable of pleasure and joy, fostering a renewed sense of self-acceptance and confidence. Furthermore, for those who may feel uncomfortable or uncertain about their changing sexual desires, masturbation can be a way to explore these feelings without the pressure or judgment that can come from a partner. It offers a space for self-reflection, allowing individuals to better understand their desires and needs as they age. This can be particularly empowering, as it helps to dismantle the societal expectation that sexual pleasure is only for the young. By embracing their sexuality, older adults can experience a sense of liberation and freedom, unburdened by the expectations of others. That said, it's also important to recognize that masturbation in old age, like any intimate practice, can bring about emotional challenges as well. For some, it may stir up feelings of sadness or frustration, especially if it serves as a reminder of lost relationships or the physical limitations that come with aging. It is essential to approach this subject with sensitivity and understanding, acknowledging that while masturbation can offer many benefits, it may also evoke complex emotions that need to be processed. Ultimately, masturbation in old age is about maintaining a connection to oneself. It's a way to continue nurturing the body and mind, explore pleasure in a safe, loving manner, and foster a sense of self-care that is vital for overall well-being. By engaging in this practice, older individuals can experience physical relief, emotional comfort, and a renewed sense of empowerment, reminding themselves that they are still deserving of joy, pleasure, and connection at any stage of life. This intimate act is not something to be shamed or hidden, but rather celebrated as a beautiful expression of self-love, autonomy, and the inherent dignity of the human body. In the psychological realm, masturbation serves as a powerful tool for self-knowledge, reinforcing self-esteem and fostering a positive perception of the body. This is particularly significant for elderly individuals, as aging is often accompanied by a sense of loss of control over one's physical self. The changes that come with age, whether they be hormonal, sensory, or related to mobility, can sometimes lead to a disconnection from the body, creating feelings of alienation and frustration. In this context, masturbation becomes much more than a simple act of pleasure. It transforms into an empowering way for individuals to reclaim control, reconnect with their physical selves, and remind themselves that their bodies are still capable of pleasure, resilience, and intimacy. This sense of empowerment can provide a deep well of emotional strength, helping older people feel more in tune with their bodies and, by extension, with their sense of self. However, like any practice rooted in pleasure, masturbation has its nuances. When approached mindfully, it can be a source of physical satisfaction and emotional balance. Yet, when it becomes excessive or constant, some important considerations arise. It's crucial to recognize that masturbation, like any pleasurable activity, carries the potential to become compulsive. Physically, the overstimulation of genital nerves through frequent self-stimulation can result in hypersensitivity, which may lead to temporary discomfort or a decrease in sensations. While this phenomenon isn't permanent, it can create a dependency on more intense stimulation to achieve the same level of satisfaction, ultimately leading to feelings of frustration or anxiety. This cycle of seeking greater stimulation can undermine the otherwise positive benefits of masturbation, turning what should be a pleasurable and healing experience into a source of distress. But the more profound impact of excessive masturbation in old age goes beyond the physical. It delves into the emotional and psychological realms, where the roots of compulsion often lie. In my practice, I have seen that for many elderly individuals, masturbation can become an emotional escape, a way to cope with difficult feelings such as loneliness, anxiety, or depression. As we age, it's common to encounter these emotions, particularly if our social or familial relationships start to weaken or we experience significant life changes, such as the loss of a partner or declining health. In these moments, masturbation may provide a brief respite, offering temporary relief from emotional pain. However, when it becomes the primary or sole source of comfort, it can lead to a dangerous cycle of isolation. Rather than seeking emotional support, companionship, or engaging in meaningful social interactions, the individual retreats into self-stimulation, creating an even greater sense of disconnection from the world around them. This emotional isolation is particularly insidious because it tends to feed on itself. The more one relies on masturbation to escape painful emotions, the more isolated one becomes, and the more isolated one becomes, the more one turns to masturbation for solace. This cycle can have devastating effects on mental health, exacerbating feelings of loneliness, depression, and worthlessness. It's a reminder that while masturbation can offer positive emotional benefits, it should not be used as a replacement for genuine human connection or emotional intimacy. We are social beings by nature, and maintaining relationships, whether with family, friends, or romantic partners, is critical for emotional well-being, especially as we age. So, what do medical studies say about the effects of constant or excessive masturbation in old age? From a purely clinical perspective, masturbation itself is not harmful. It is often regarded as a healthy expression of sexuality. However, like any habit, when taken to excess, it can have unintended consequences. Studies have shown that older adults who engage in compulsive masturbation may experience both physical and mental fatigue, which can affect their overall energy levels and enthusiasm for daily activities. This is particularly concerning because as we age, maintaining an active lifestyle becomes increasingly important for physical health. Engaging in excessive masturbation can detract from other critical activities, such as physical exercise, which is essential for maintaining mobility, cardiovascular health, and overall vitality in old age. Without regular physical movement, elderly individuals are at a higher risk of experiencing muscle deterioration, joint stiffness, and even cardiovascular issues, all of which can contribute to a more rapid decline in health. Furthermore, when masturbation takes precedence over other meaningful activities, such as social engagement, hobbies, or even mindfulness practices, it can lead to a reduction in life satisfaction, fostering a sense of apathy or disinterest in the world. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. In addition to physical fatigue, the mental toll of compulsive masturbation should not be underestimated. Excessive indulgence in any activity, particularly one as intimately tied to our sense of self and emotional regulation as masturbation, can lead to a kind of psychological burnout. Instead of feeling rejuvenated and relaxed, an individual may find themselves feeling emotionally drained or disconnected. This is especially true if masturbation has become a means of avoiding deeper emotional issues. Over time, the avoidance can compound those unresolved feelings, leading to more significant psychological distress, including anxiety and depression. The key to maintaining a healthy relationship with masturbation in old age lies in balance. When approached as a part of a broader strategy for emotional and physical well-being, it can be incredibly beneficial. It can promote self-knowledge, boost self-esteem, and serve as a natural way to manage stress and emotional tension. However, it is important to remain mindful of the potential pitfalls of excess. As with any practice, moderation and self-awareness are essential. Masturbation should complement a fulfilling life, not replace it. For older adults, maintaining a balanced, active lifestyle is critical. Incorporating physical exercise, nurturing relationships, and exploring hobbies or passions can help prevent the potential for emotional or physical dependency on masturbation. It's also crucial to engage in open and honest conversations about the emotional and psychological aspects of aging, particularly when it comes to issues of loneliness and isolation. By addressing these deeper emotional needs head-on, individuals can create a more well-rounded approach to their overall well-being, ensuring that masturbation remains a healthy and positive part of their lives, rather than a coping mechanism for unresolved issues. An important aspect to consider when discussing masturbation in old age is how it can affect interpersonal relationships, particularly for those who are still in romantic partnerships. While it is true that many elderly individuals live alone and turn to masturbation as a means of fulfilling their sexual needs, for those who have partners, the dynamics of self-pleasure can become more complex. In my experience, I have encountered situations where excessive masturbation inadvertently replaces the pursuit of shared intimacy with a partner, leading to both emotional and physical distancing. This distance can create feelings of isolation within the relationship, where one partner may feel neglected or disconnected from the other. When self-stimulation becomes a substitute for intimate connection, it risks undermining the bond that comes from shared experiences of closeness and affection. In these instances, it is crucial to find a balance, one that allows both individuals to explore and fulfill their sexual desires without compromising the intimacy they share. Masturbation, when done in moderation, can coexist with a healthy sexual relationship. However, when it begins to replace those moments of shared affection, it may cause friction and emotional tension. Communication between partners is key here, ensuring that both parties feel valued and desired. Masturbation should never be a barrier to intimate contact, but rather a complement to it, allowing both partners to maintain a sense of connection, whether physical, emotional, or psychological. On an emotional and psychological level, masturbation can sometimes generate feelings of guilt or shame, especially among elderly individuals who grew up in environments where sexuality was either stigmatized or treated as a taboo subject. These negative associations with sexual expression can become deeply ingrained, creating an internal conflict between the natural desire for pleasure and the moral discomfort surrounding it. Many elderly people have shared with me how they feel caught in an emotional tug-of-war, experiencing the joy and relief of self-stimulation, but immediately followed by a wave of guilt, remorse, or self-recrimination. This emotional turmoil can be particularly detrimental to mental health, contributing to feelings of anxiety, depression, and even low self-worth. In such cases, it becomes vital to recognize that sexuality, even in later years, is a normal, healthy, and positive aspect of life. There should be no shame in embracing one's sexual desires, whether through masturbation or shared intimacy. It is important to challenge the societal narratives that have long conditioned us to believe that sexuality diminishes or becomes inappropriate with age. Older adults deserve to experience sexual pleasure without being burdened by guilt or shame. However, if masturbation is being used as an emotional escape, replacing human interaction or deeper emotional connection. It may be necessary to reflect on the underlying issues and consider seeking alternative forms of emotional support. This might involve speaking to a therapist, reconnecting with loved ones, or fostering relationships that provide the emotional closeness and support needed to combat feelings of isolation. Another point worth addressing is the long-standing concern about whether there are any long-term physical risks associated with masturbation in old age. Many myths and misconceptions have circulated over the years, often causing unnecessary fear and anxiety. For instance, some believe that masturbation might cause damage to the sexual organs, accelerate the aging process, or lead to conditions such as prostate cancer or other serious sexual dysfunctions. Fortunately, there is no scientific or medical evidence to support these claims. Masturbation does not cause any permanent damage to the body or lead to any serious health conditions. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. That being said, like any activity, moderation is key. While there are no long-term physical risks associated with masturbation, overindulgence can lead to temporary physical exhaustion or a decrease in sexual satisfaction over time. Excessive masturbation may result in heightened sensitivity or desensitization of the genital area, which could make it more difficult to achieve the same level of relief or pleasure. This is particularly relevant when masturbation becomes frequent and habitual, creating a cycle where greater stimulation is required to reach the same level of satisfaction. In these cases, it's important to step back and consider whether this behavior is impacting one's overall well-being or quality of life. From a broader perspective, masturbation in old age is not only a natural practice, but can also be extremely beneficial for physical and emotional health. It plays an important role in maintaining circulation and the elasticity of genital tissues, which can help prevent discomfort or deterioration over time. On an emotional level, masturbation can be a valuable coping mechanism for managing stress, anxiety, or emotional tension. The act of self-stimulation releases endorphins, often referred to as feel-good hormones, that can improve mood, alleviate stress, and promote relaxation. This is particularly important for older individuals, many of whom experience heightened levels of anxiety or depression due to loneliness, health concerns, or major life changes. However, as with any aspect of life, balance is essential. While masturbation can offer a wealth of benefits, both physically and emotionally, it should not become an all-consuming activity that detracts from other areas of life. If it begins to interfere with daily routines, personal relationships, or physical health, it may be time to reassess the role it plays in one's life. It's also worth exploring other avenues of emotional and physical fulfillment, whether through hobbies, social connections, or physical exercise. Ultimately, the key takeaway is that pleasure has no age limit. Masturbation, when approached with balance and mindfulness, can be a wonderful way to continue exploring and enjoying one's sexuality. Whether alone or with a partner, sexual pleasure is a deeply personal and meaningful experience that can contribute to a sense of fulfillment and well-being. The key is to ensure that it complements one's overall quality of life, rather than becoming a source of stress or an emotional crutch. When practiced in moderation, masturbation is a healthy, natural, and affirming part of life at any age. As we've explored today, masturbation in old age is a natural, healthy practice that can offer numerous physical and emotional benefits, while also requiring balance and mindfulness to ensure it enhances, rather than disrupts, your overall well-being. It's important to challenge outdated societal views on sexuality, embrace self-love without guilt, and find harmony between self-pleasure and intimate relationships. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What have you learned from this discussion? Share one thing you plan to bring into practice in your life in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going and support each other on this journey of self-discovery. If you liked this video, please leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this.